So in this video I wanted to explain what love is, right? Many people have this idea of love. Many people speak about it, but actually the world mainly knows attachment, not love, not true love, right? When I say love, I mean unconditional love. If it's not that, it's not love. It is then just a manipulation, at least to some degree, right? You hear mothers say that only a mother knows true love, right? Because they have children. But if mothers truly knew true love, then their children and the children of all of these next generations of people would have truly live as united society, because there is only one love, right? There are not many kinds of love. I will explain what love means, how it looks like in the groundedness of life. But there is only one love, right? Love, it's a language of the heart. There are no identities, there are no philosophies, ideas of life there. The love is the life, right? And there is only one life, one way of living. Either you are accepting life or you are rejecting life, resisting life, fearing life, right? There is only this. There are no more ways of living or and more ways of loving. Either you love life or you resist it, you fear it, you reject it, you hate it, right? That's it. So this is why people say that love is a universal language, because it is. Because there is only one type of love. And so if mothers truly knew by having a newborn baby, if because of that experience they truly knew true love because of having a child, because they say that, oh, now that I have a child I know what true love is. But why does then that child not become a natural mature human being? Why they are not whole? Why these people then, these children when grow up, why they still seek validation from the society? Why they still seek confirmation of their own worth through the world? Why do they still need to prove themselves? What are they proving? What are they are just trying to prove that they are worthy, because they actually are not, right? Why we finally don't have a generation of enlightened, natural, truly authentic, genuine people that recognize themselves as brothers and sisters, truly standing united and finally ending this divided world and bringing a unified world? If generations of people say, generations of mothers speak of knowing now this true love, why this doesn't happen? Why this world unification through one love doesn't happen? Because actually mothers don't know true love. Just because you give birth to a baby, to a new child, to a new soul, doesn't mean you know love. Because love comes from within. You can only give what you have, and if you don't have true love for yourself, you cannot give this to a child. I can understand that having an experience of child, having a child, giving birth, and then having a relationship with your child can be very healing to you. I truly believe that, because being in presence of somebody pure, it is just of somebody so loving, it is just helping you recognize that within you. And then you have two choices: either you face your triggers or you reject them and therefore reject your child, right? And most of the people, like almost all of the people, they reject themselves. They don't want to face themselves. They say that they accept their own child, but when they trigger something in them and they don't face themselves, people mostly don't face themselves, the only way then to continue having a relationship is then rejecting the child. This is how it works. So I just wanted to say that people in this planet actually don't know what love is. So what does love mean? What does it truly mean? You can only give love if you know it. And so love, it is just an acceptance, but all the way. It is an act of surrender to life. So accepting whatever life force, whatever kind of expression of life force that's coming from God, that is a gift from God, is coming through you, accepting that, accepting the gift from God, accepting the guidance from God, accepting that fully, being devoted to that, is an act of true love. This is how you actually embody true love. This is how you embody true love, by being devoted to God, by being devoted to the life force that's coming from God. Whatever kind of expression the life force wants to take, you surrender to that. Whatever kind of guidance, direction it is guiding you, God, through that life force, with your intuition, you surrender, you accept that, you surrender to that, you obey that. You are open to that in your feminine and manifest it as an action man with your masculine. So being in this acceptance of the balance and manifesting this balance for yourself, so only through God you know love, and through that you can manifest a healed, whole, harmonized self. And in the process of that, doing that, being whole, you process the fear of being whole, because we have all this trauma of being rejected, living in our, then in rejection of ourselves, in fear of ourselves. And the only trauma that we have to do, the only trauma that we have to love, is to love the fear of being ourselves. So to love the fear of ourselves, to accept it, to allow it when it is presented in our experience, and then to love all the way all of the things that are expressed once we open this portal of fear by accepting it and feeling it, right? For instance, maybe I have fear maybe of expressing anger. This was in my past. So now I allow fear in my body. I shake like a little pussycat. And then after that, I still allow whatever comes. And for me, I was afraid of anger, and then allowing myself the anger, right? This kind of anger, it is then actually healing. It is not coming from my false self, from my ego, but from my true self, my hidden self. So it is actually a sacred divine anger. It is actually there. It was being given, it was being gifted, it was put there by God. So it is there for a purpose. It is there, it has a meaning. It is actually being responsible being like that, because that anger is responding to the moment. It is not there for nothing. maybe you have to protect yourself or somebody else, right? So this is what love means. This is what love means. It means being devoted to God, being devoted to the life force that God is gifting you every second of your life. We are alive just because of God allowing us to be alive, because He is loving us. And so we being open to that and not fearing that anymore, being open and realizing that in the materialistic physical life is what embodiment of love looks like. This is how it looks like on the practical ground, that actual level of life. Because the only problem in life that we have is the trauma that was inflicted upon us, and the trauma is us fearing that, ourselves being guided by God, by the life force that's coming from God, that's most genuine in every moment, in the spontaneity of life. That's it. And by us starting to face that, we are stepping in the steps of balance, manifesting balance along the way, processing the fear, and recognizing finally our own value of us being the love of God. That's it. It's beautiful. It's like reading poetry almost. It's magical. It really is magical. This is not just wishful thinking. I'm speaking from embodiment. This is my purpose in this life. And through this true love, embodiment of that, you are then finally liberated, free from all of the identities, ideologies, and you only stick with the one that has proven on the physicality, practicality of life, that works, that brings life, the resolvement of suffering. And this is the path that I have just explained, and it is you recognizing yourself finally as the child of God, the only identity that matters, and through that, the only way through that we can bring world unification, world unity. Why acceptance of God in your life is the most important thing you can do. This is what love is, actually. So there you go. Now you have an idea of it, but now you have to walk the talk in order to know it, to understand it. Because just mentally regurgitating it back to me doesn't mean a thing. That's it.